The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are a formidable alliance of emerging economies. Together, they represent a significant portion of the global population and GDP, making them economic powerhouses on the world stage. Their combined influence is felt across various sectors, from manufacturing to technology, and their markets are some of the fastest growing in the world. In recent years, these nations have become increasingly vocal about their desire to reduce their reliance on the US dollar. This shift is not just a fleeting trend, but a strategic move aimed at reshaping the global financial landscape. This desire stems from a number of factors, including concerns about US economic policy, geopolitical instability, and the desire for greater autonomy in international trade and finance. The volatility of the dollar and the sanctions imposed by the US have further fueled this ambition. The BRICS have already taken some steps to reduce their dependence on the dollar. These steps are part of a broader strategy to create a more balanced and multipolar world economy. They have established their own development bank, the New Development Bank, which aims to support infrastructure and sustainable development projects in member countries and other emerging economies. They have also increased their use of local currencies in bilateral trade, reducing transaction costs and currency risks. This move not only strengthens their economic ties, but also promotes financial stability within the bloc. However, these measures are just the beginning. The BRICS nations are continuously exploring new avenues to enhance their economic sovereignty and reduce external dependencies. The BRICS are now exploring more ambitious plans, including the creation of a new reserve currency. This potential new currency could serve as an alternative to the dollar, providing a more stable and equitable financial system for emerging markets. The BRICS' ambition to challenge the dollar's dominance is a sign of the times. It reflects a growing sentiment among emerging economies to assert their influence and reshape global financial norms. The global balance of power is shifting. As these nations continue to grow and develop, their impact on the world economy becomes increasingly significant. Emerging economies are playing an increasingly important role in the world economy. Their contributions to global trade, investment, and innovation are reshaping the economic landscape. The BRICS' efforts to reduce their reliance on the dollar are a reflection of this new reality. Their initiatives signal a shift towards a more diversified and resilient global economy, where multiple currencies and economic centers coexist and thrive. The idea of a new reserve currency is not new. It has been a topic of discussion among economists and policymakers for decades. It has been proposed many times before, particularly during periods of economic uncertainty or geopolitical tension. These times often highlight the vulnerabilities of relying on a single dominant currency. The most common proposal is for the creation of a basket currency. This concept involves combining several major currencies into one unit. This would be a new currency unit backed by a weighted average of the currencies of the participating countries. The idea is to create a more balanced and resilient financial system. The appeal of a basket currency is that it would be more stable than any single national currency. By diversifying the currency base, it aims to reduce the risk associated with economic fluctuations. It would be less susceptible to fluctuations caused by factors specific to one country. This could provide a more predictable environment for international trade and investment. A basket currency could also help to promote trade and investment among the participating countries. It could facilitate smoother transactions and reduce exchange rate risks. However, there are also significant challenges associated with creating a new reserve currency. These challenges are not just economic, but also political and logistical. One challenge is the need for political will and coordination among the participating countries. Achieving consensus on such a complex issue is no small feat. Another challenge is the need to establish credibility and trust in the new currency. This requires robust financial institutions and transparent governance to gain the confidence of global markets. A basket currency backed by the BRICS nations could potentially offer an alternative to the US dollar. This idea has been gaining traction as these emerging economies seek to reduce their dependence on the US dollar and create a more balanced global financial system. This basket could include a weighted average of their respective currencies, such as the Chinese yuan, Indian rupee, Brazilian real, Russian ruble, and South African rand. The weights could be determined by factors such as GDP, trade volume, and foreign exchange reserves. This would ensure that the basket reflects the economic strength and trade dynamics of each member nation. The creation of such a basket currency would have significant implications for the global financial system. It could challenge the dominance of the US dollar and reshape international trade and finance. It could lead to a more multipolar world, with multiple reserve currencies competing for dominance. This shift could provide more stability and reduce the risks associated with relying on a single dominant currency. This could reduce the influence of the US dollar and give emerging economies a greater say in global financial affairs. By having a currency that better represents their economic realities, these nations could have more control over their financial destinies. However, the viability of such a currency depends on several factors. These include the economic stability of the BRICS nations and their ability to maintain consistent monetary policies. These include the stability and convertibility of the BRICS currencies, which are crucial for gaining international trust and acceptance. The level of political trust among the member states is also essential. Without strong cooperation and mutual confidence, the initiative could face significant hurdles. Additionally, the willingness of other countries to adopt the new currency will be a determining factor. If the global community embraces this alternative, it could mark a new era in international finance.